Hi everybody, I just wanted to show you a couple different ways of how you can make a print, especially on a butterfly. If you want to recreate that wing from one side and have perfect symmetry on the other side, how you can do that, and how you can, for example, if you have a drawing like this guy or anything else, if you want to print him on a different surface or even on a canvas, how you can do that if you don't have any other means to do it. So for example, this butterfly, what you need is just a regular piece of paper. I have here a 9x12, and I'm going to fold this in half. And when you fold it, make sure you have a really nice crisp fold. I'm going to draw this butterfly, only half of the butterfly. I'm going to zoom in here quickly. So this is the head, the body. I'm making up a butterfly. I'm not looking at one, just coming up with my own idea. I'm going to have a really high arching top wing. Bottom. So now you have your wing, shape of the wing. Now you can add your design. I'm not going to do anything fancy because I want to show you how to actually print. Let's do a couple lines. Okay. So what is important when you draw your butterfly with your graphite pencil, that your line actually puts down quite a bit of lead. So what I mean by that is if you sketch and you sketch really light like this, your line is too light. There's not enough graphite here to actually make a print. So you need to make sure that you have enough lead on your paper that when you print it, it will end up on the other side. So a couple lines here that I see where I want to do more, add more lead, like this one. Like this is pretty thin, so I'm going to add just a little bit of more layer. Okay, so next is you taking your paper, and now I'm going to fold it over, and I'm going to fold it over. On this side is my drawing, folding it at the top, and you can actually see my graphite if you look through it. So now I'm going to print, and the way you print is you take your pencil, and on the back I'm going to just press. This is my actual printing of my line that I just drew. And I don't really have to be exact. Okay, I think I got it all. Okay, so next, now I have my butterfly, both sides, from one side to the next. Now at this point, if you see, like for example, I can tell it didn't print right here. You just close your picture and go back where you think you missed it. Also, if you do this and you realize your line is just not printing, then you might have to add more graphite right here. Like for example, this line didn't print right here. I add more graphite. I make this thicker, watch. I made it really thick. It's gonna come out really nice when I'm printing it. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So now at this point, I have perfect symmetry. I transferred this side to that just by pressing and printing graphite. Now I could take a Sharpie, colored pencil. If this was a purely graphite drawing, I would definitely go over this and make it nicer. Completely up to you. Okay. So next one is my little gnome. He's actually a friend, or not a friend. He's a gift from a friend from Germany, and I redrew him. And let's say I want to print him. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Let's say I want to print him onto a canvas or another piece of paper. So what I do is this. I'm going to grab another piece of paper, and at this point I'm looking at him and I'm thinking his line is not dark enough. So I'm going to just, some of the lines here, I'm going to make them a little darker. Darker, I mean adding more graphite. Some lines are too light, like this line, that line. The button. This, but I think it'll work. Boy, I drew this foot large. I'm gonna actually make it a little smaller. Ah, don't have the right eraser. Try this. Okay, all right, like a little better. Okay, so now I'm gonna take him and I'm going to turn him around and lay him on my surface paper. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. It's easier to see it. So here's my gnome, or whatever picture that is. I'm gonna turn him around and now I'm gonna place him on this piece of paper. And I'm going to do the same thing as I did with my butterfly. I'm gonna make a print. I'm gonna start with the nose. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna only do the hat. All right, got the nose and the hat. All right, we got it. I think you can see it right here, yes? So I'm gonna quickly trace over this, make it darker so you can see it. Okay, so see that? You got to print. Now, one thing you have to realize, obviously, if I print him this way, you'll have a mirror image, yes? So this is a mirror image of this guy. So let's say you don't want a mirror image. You want exactly this gnome on a different piece of paper. So what you do is you add lead on the back, right here, tons of lead, which I already have. I've applied a ton of lead. I already have it from just now this drawing. So now I'm gonna do exactly the same print. So I take this, I have a ton of lead on the back, and all I can do is this. I trace over this. I think that Yep, see that? So now, it's very faint, but I think you can see it. So this was my gnome hat. I didn't do the whole thingy. And I added lead to the back. And then I took this paper, put it on another piece of paper, and just retraced over it, and I got this. I got exactly the same image, same way he looks on here. In this example, with the hat being mirror image, the way I did that was I took this gnome picture, I turned him around, and I just traced and printed it upside down, and I ended up with a mirror image of the same hat. I hope this makes sense. Give me maybe some comments on the bottom. Give me some feedback if you did understand it, if it was too difficult, or whatever you tips you can give me. I'd love to hear from you and maybe answer if you have any questions. Thank you.